In the last video, me, Moa and Abby showed you guys how to turn your blast scoop into a trick and aerial. Today, we're going to show you how to take your trick and aerial into a gymnast one. A trick and aerial is slightly off axis, is slightly at an angle, and we use this motion going into it. A gymnast aerial, however, is much more like a flip and goes straight over the top and is considerably harder to perform. If you want to give yourself the best chance possible of understanding how to learn the gymnast aerial, first of all, learn your trick and aerial, get used to doing a jump and a switch of your legs without touching the floor, and then come to revisit it. If you don't, you probably will be doing this for months and months and months, and that's exactly what we're trying to avoid. So follow these steps, let's get this trick and aerial, turn to a gymnast aerial, and finally get you guys landing it. First of all, just show me 2 trick and aerials each. Good, nice. Lean, boom. Excellent. To go from your trick aerial into a gymnast aerial, there's going to be a couple of different stages. The first one is going to be doing just normal trick and aerial. The second one is going to be doing your trick and aerial into, boom, this more forwards takeoff. So we're going to think about a little bit of a combination between going dead straight and using that blaster scoop method that we practiced last time. So reach over to this way. And now, rather than that aerial going slice and diagonal, we're going to think about doing this now. Coming up over the top, turning that front foot forward, and now your head and your arm is going to come down this side of your leg, and you're going to do a blaster scoop to end up facing this way. Over the top rainbow, head down blaster scoop, and finish in a lovely lunge. Vroom. The main thing when it comes to doing your gymnast aerial is same as your trick and aerial, having the patience so that your head and chest come down a little bit lower before you kick the legs over the top. So as we're going here now, really think up tall, head down close towards your shin, and then blast to scoot it. Up tall, bam. And it does feel a bit weird and you will look a little bit silly doing it, but it's going to get your brain actually clicking and understanding how to take it from up to then forwards. Good. Now the next step is to get you understanding how to actually do a forwards takeoff and land, finishing looking backwards. Because right now we used to go inside and finishing on the side. So now we've got to figure out how to go front, boom, to back. And that's where this matey boy is going to come into it. We're going to go for an elbow aerial. So we're going to start off in a lovely lunge just like this, arms up tall. You're going to bring your body all the way down towards the mat here. You're going to put your first cartwheel hand, one in front of you like this, and your second one is going to come 2 over the top, just like that. So we're here in, and it's 1, 2, coming into it. 2, 3, jump, finish looking this way.
So scary.
No, go, if you need to, you literally do this first.
Yeah, I probably will.
That's it, good. Nice. If when you first start, you need to just get comfortable going forwards to backwards, then don't worry about jumping, just literally think like doing an elbow cartwheel, that starts and finishes in the same way. And if you want to make sure it guarantees to go double straight, as you kick your back leg up, rather than letting it kick round here, kick towards the opposite air track. Boom. And now make you go dead straight. Start there, like that, and go boom. Good, there you go. You've been putting that work in. Nice, good. Now let yourself stand a little bit further away. Good. Good. You can start a little bit taller now and come here rather than going from low if you want. Probably find that easier. Yeah, good. So now, to encourage yourself to get a little bit of a jump going on, get a nice little object in front of you that you have to jump over. So now, exactly the same thing, we get to here. 1, then as you jump, you're going to push from that hamstring, bop, all the way back, whilst the other one kicks over the top. 1, 2, 3, jump, boom. So it's almost like you're jumping, turning, and you land looking back. So rather than being there, we are here. Good, nice. Now a little bit more jump, land on those elbows. Good, nice. Imagine taking off when your body is there, rather than when your hands are there then. And go. Nice, there you go. Bop. Good job. Bop. Good, nice. Same for you, you can jump a little bit earlier now. Nice, good. And now with the gymnast aerial, it's pretty similar to the trick and aerial, like I was saying before, where if you're really flexible, you can be really patient and you can wait until your head is literally this high off the floor and you can almost cheat it just by kicking and swapping your legs. The lower your head is and the higher your leg is, the less of a swap we have to do. That one looks a little bit like this. Head down, leg up, patient. Yeah, getting your head right down to the floor and getting a switch going. If you can do that and be comfortable, that's amazing. However, if you find you're not quite that flexible, you might need to think about jumping a bit earlier and getting your legs and hips to kick over the top more. So that takeoff will look a little bit more like we're in an arabesque here, and our legs jump all the way over the top, and that will look like this. Both of them are lovely aerials, but one is definitely easier for someone more flexible, and the other is definitely easier for someone more powerful. But I would advise you find a happy medium and try and blend both of them together in future. So let's get a few more reps of this one in, and then we'll transition it onto the next drill. Next up, we need to think about how we can start to get our trick and aerial into that side to front aerial. So we're gonna have a nice little bit of an incline, and it's gonna help us make it a little bit easier to jump and land as we have more time in the air. All I want you to think about doing first of all is gonna be this. That same blaster scoop motion, but coming up over the top, head down like you practiced earlier, and then jump and switch to land looking that way. It is gonna feel really awkward, but let it turn, let it happen, and then we'll start to get a bit more supported and get you feeling what it's gonna feel like in a minute. So reaching over the top, head comes down, past your leg, tall, switch, land, looking that way. That looks nothing like what we're trying to do, but the feeling is there. So give that a few tries for me.
Down.
And switch. Ta-da! Just there. Feel every little bit of it and switch. Yeah? Up and over, feel every little bit. Switch. There you go. Good, that'll do. Round. Yes. Yes. Good, I like that. And finish. There, that's it, good. The most important thing when you're doing this is that you feel every little bit of movement. Chest is coming up tall, turning, coming down, whilst that leg is coming round as well. Up, down and round, switch. Feeling every little bit. Good. Once you've done this a few times, the next stage is to just give a little bit of a go. If you haven't got a coach at hand to spot, I'd recommend that you do this going into a pit. If you haven't got a pit, I'd recommend you stack up as many mats as you can put around you to feel comfortable to get your first sends done and give it a good go. Doesn't need to be perfect straight away. It's not going to be perfect straight away, but as long as you're trying your best and you're going through all the steps we've done beforehand, you should find that the trick and aerial starts to transition a little bit more towards that front to back one. So here, first of all, I'm going to spot you guys. Obviously, we don't quite have a pit here just yet, but we'll get there. Leaning over the top, foot turns, and switch. Trying to get real patient. Leg up tall, turn, arabesque there, jump and switch. Up and over, 1, 2. That's it. Everything real there. Turn, and then hit the arabesque. And from that arabesque, you're jumping off this foot up to 12, stepping down to 6. So just go slow first, just to the arabesque. So it's round to the arabesque, bang, and then we're thinking about all of those going over the top. Swirl. Yes! Beautiful. Bloody hell, mate.
With help.
You're a gymnast.
Boom. Oh, I forgot to jump.
That's quite good. Well, good. You've really got to think now, especially from that arabesque position here now, those legs will go jump right over. So you're there, I'm jumping my legs up. Ba-bam! Getting them up strong, nice and tall. Bam! Yep, nice, like that. Woo, okay, very nice. And as you can see, both of them are starting to get that shape now. Good, try and think about that front foot being more forward and hitting that arabesque a bit more now. Like we're kicking that way. There you go. right, so we go then. Now they're starting to get a bit more comfortable and they understand how to go from side to front. I'm going to dial back how much I'm spotting, starting off with 5%, give the old dead hand, and then if that's looking good, feeling good, I'm going to let them give it a little go. Good, nice. And from that bottom foot, pop, up, switch. Good. One more each with 1%. There you go. Let's run it. Nice. Good, good. Now see that spot and boom, jump those legs up and around. Once your head is at one level, keep your head on that level and let your legs jump around it. Good. So your one now is good, but you got here, and this leg was a bit straight, so make sure you get round. That leg is bent here, so you can then do big push, step that one down, and kick the other one up tall. Good. So rather than going here, and then the leg kick round that way, try and make sure we go over the top, and that hamstring kicks up towards the back of your head, and then nice big pop, yeah? Good, nice. Good, there you go. Excellent. So as we can see, both Abby and moi have done a lovely, lovely job of getting that one as well. Usually, before moving on to the next step, I would say master each level. So do it from a raised surface to a lower surface, do it from a flat surface to a flat surface, and then eventually put it on the floor. However, we are limited on time today, and I really want to show you guys and these guys how they can really transition it from this side to forwards, from forwards to back. Essentially, the next level is just do it, but face forward. If you want to have a bit of a skip up tool, I'd recommend it, it would definitely help. If you want to just go from here and fall into like we've been practicing, that's also fine. But now we're leaning up tall, knee up strong in front of us. As it gets down in front, we do a big lunge, and we think about all the same things you just practiced. Chest comes down, hamstring comes up and over the top, and as soon as we get into that arabesque, we jump. This leg goes from 12 to 6. This leg goes from 6 up to 12. 2, 3, jump, bend. Before we've gone over and here, now we're going from elbows up above the ears, covering them, to that lunge, down past your body and jump. Another method of doing this is to not necessarily start from an incline, but to start on a flat surface and have yourself lunge onto a block. Let's imagine this here. Imagine if it's a flat surface, you skip, go onto it, and push. Advantage of having the block is, as soon as you get onto it, you can lunge and get a big push going. But for me personally, and from the experience, I find a lot more success with people doing it from incline to decline lower, rather than doing it from the block. So, get him out of the way. Get this one going, and if you find you're struggling with this, then introduce Mr. Block. There you go. Beautiful. Good. Good. Once again, I know not every single person when they go to the adult gym is going to be able to have access to someone spotting them, so if you haven't got someone to spot you, then do it from somewhere into a pit. Once you can master it going from a surface into the pit, put a mat into the pit and build up in the exact same way. Get a block, incline block, pit with a mat, bang. There you've got yourself a nice safe start where you can practice, and even if you crash and fall, you're not going to hurt yourself. Excellent. Nice. Let yourself have a little bit of a little mini skip now. Leg over. There you go. Yeah. Good. So now, exactly the same thing. As you get onto that front foot, let yourself bend and get into that arabesque, nice and strong, then jump and switch. Yes, good, good, good. Good. Yes. Good. Then another key point for this aerial, guys, is as we get down to this lunge position here, you then want to make sure that we're jumping and we either stay the same level or we rise up. If when you're jumping, you're going lower, when we're on a flat surface, we're not gonna have the time to get our feet on the floor without putting our hands down. So rather than folding and not jumping, staying down low like that, instead, we need to let our head get down low, but then jump ourselves up to stay in that same position again. And that all comes from this hamstring and quad pushing back, whilst this one kicks over. So one more time, not folding down, hammering the floor, but instead get into arabesque, then popping ourselves up nicely. Yeah, buddy. Yes, good. All right, so now we've got the girls doing it from 2 air tracks down to a decline. We're now going to do it nice and flat, nice and level. Now this one is a little bit trickier, but it's not really too much trickier than what you've just done. All the steps are exactly the same. You just need to think about your head stopping a tiny bit earlier and doing more pop with that bomb foot back and more kick with this hamstring going up. At the same time, that's going to help give you the time needed to not put your hands down. Find your spot, keep your eyes on the spot, and it'll make it easier. One more thing as well that can help is with your eyes, pick your spot, then imagine your eyes tracking backwards. So your first spot's going to be, say, there, then there's an arrow that goes all the way back to your second spot, which is there. So eyes are forward, seeing that first spot, boom, seeing the second. Jeez, first time. The goal for these two was to get to this point. So the fact we've got here is absolutely amazing, guys. You've done a great job so far, and you now have the tools you need to take it away and build up to doing it without me. So let's get a few reps done down here, see what we get up to, and see how we go. Yeah, nice, 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 good. There you go. Yeah, that was intense. These guys have just done back-to-back videos. If you watched the last one of how to turn a blast scoot into trick and aerial, we've done that video and gone straight into this one. So these guys have been working for a good couple of hours now. As you guys have seen, we have gone from pretty much absolutely nothing with Abby to now doing near enough a gymnast aerial by herself, going straight on the flat. So mate, absolutely smashed it. And obviously from Moa, she got a trick and aerial easier, she understands it more, and she managed to transition that into gymnast aerial. So that's what's up right there. If you're trying to take it from the floor, the process is just the same. Start off doing the drills to get yourself comfortable, getting your trick and aerial straightened out, then start off on an incline, going smooth and slow until eventually you can go nice and fast into it. You're landing reps from the incline to the decline. Once you can land 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 there, take it down to the flat. Once you can land it 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 there, take the mat away, get yourself on the floor. So yeah, that was how you can turn your trick and aerial into a gymnast aerial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something. And yeah, that's about it from all of us. Thank you guys for coming down. Boom, boom. Thank you all for watching. I hope your lovely faces make some progress on your aerial soon. Peace.